What is going on, my people of the planet? I am D Venom along with Feathered Friends. You guys are tuned into Raising Vibrations podcast. I hope all of my people of the planet are staying on that straight and narrow and doing everything possible to elude those psychic vampires, negative energies, including podbean trolls and scallywags from one's lives. We all should know by now that those particular elements only take away from our vibrations and energies. If we can elude them at all costs, and I do mean at all costs, we have done our own fucking selves some justice. And with that being said, let's get into this morning's episode, starting right now. All right, you guys, it is going to be angelic time, 9:33 here in Arizona. It was 9:22 when I, first started recording the episode. And, I missed that time because I had to redo the episode. And by then it was like about 9:23, 9:24. But anyway, let me write this angelic number down because the angelic realm has really been talking to me lately, considering my current situation. And these threes are associated with the ascended masters. So the ascended masters are with me and guiding me at this point. And I really do appreciate it. Anyway, I want to talk about friendships and how we need to reevaluate the people in our lives, because not everyone is meant to be a part of our spiritual journey. And nor do I want everyone to be a part of my spiritual journey. Unfortunately, the last good friend that I had hanging on the bandwagon has pretty much dropped off. And that's due to their own actions, not mine. This friend and I, have been friends for a very, very long time. We met in, I believe it was middle school. And I befriended them and vice versa. I mentioned this particular friend on my podcast a couple of times. They own their own business. I named that business. They have new love in their life. And I'm not jealous about that because I don't want love in my life. The love that I want is with my own damn self. I don't give a fuck about the love that's coming from anybody else. But anyway, I'm not saying that this person has changed because they have new love in their life. But let's keep it real. Most friendships or most friends that get new love in their life, they do change over time. And sometimes it's for the worst, not the best. Anyway, this friend still lives in Illinois while I live here in Arizona. And they recently planned a trip with the new love in their life to come, they planned a road trip basically. And the road trip was, led them out here. And, they told my mom, because they do my mom's nails, that they were going to, pretty much come and see me. And I wasn't really tripping about that because I have a life. I'm not going to be putting my life on pause just because you say you're going to come visit me. I have to keep going, and if we see each other, we see each other. And if we don't, we don't. Y'all have to excuse the birds in the background. They're parakeets and they talk a hell of a lot and sometimes a little bit too motherfucking much. But, I wouldn't have it any other way. Anyway, I guess I'm more disappointed at the fact that this person told my mother all of this shit, sat in my mother's face by doing their nails and, talked all this bullshit about coming to see me and, hanging out and whatever else case maybe it's going to be like old times and blah, 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 blah. And y'all can already tell that the person did not come and see me. They eluded me and they waited, I guess, until they left Arizona to text me, which is even more informal, to let me know, hey, I'm sorry, forgive me, blah, 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 blah. We didn't get a chance to come by, or whatever excuse this person had, they had. And I didn't text back right then and there because I was just over it. You know what I'm saying? And talking to my mom just a few minutes ago kind of heated me up. So I took the initiative to pick my phone up. Well, my phone was already picked up. But I took the initiative to text that person and just, I kept it more informal. I could have called them, but I noticed that when I would call, they would barely pick up the phone. They would text back or something of that particular nature and, kept keeping it even more informal. And there were telltale signs that it was time for this friendship to end. I ended it a long time ago. My mother, is the individual, that mediated the situation. And, but this is a good friend, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And, whatever else the case may be. And, I listened to my mother's words and I pretty much opened my doors back to this person and rekindled the friendship. But there was a reason why I ended that damn friendship. And I see, it all comes into fruition right now. Anyway, they brought their dog with them, and I have a backyard, so I was planning on allowing the dog to, play in the backyard and be in the house and all type of shit. And I live across the street from this dog park, Paradise Valley Park, that's what the fuck it's called. And I gave them that information thinking that they were going to bring the dog over there and, we were going to hang out or whatever. And I also gave them some hidden gems in regard to Fiesta Peak. These are sacred to me. I'm sharing my sacred shit with your motherfucking ass because they enjoy hiking. They, meaning, the dog and the partner or whatever, they enjoy doing those things. So I shared my hidden gems with them in regard to Fiesta Peak, and North Phoenix Mountain Preserve. And don't get me wrong, I don't own those particular preserves and whatever the case may be, and anyone can go out there to them. But when something is sacred to you, you don't really want to share that with a lot of people. And I shared that with them so that they can go out and enjoy it just the same as I enjoy Fiesta Peak and North Phoenix Mountain Preserve. Anyway, I just think that the universe shows us people. Let me rephrase. I think that the universe has a very interesting way of showing us people's true colors. And that road trip and that person's actions showed me their true colors. And I have to make the decision whether or not I want that energy in my life. And I don't. Not everyone is going to be a part of your spiritual journey. And I said that earlier. And if I didn't, I'm saying it again. I told y'all about an episode of Basketball Wives that I was watching years ago. And if y'all are unfamiliar with the show Basketball Wives, it's Shani O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife, Evelyn Lozada. I want to say Lasagna. Evelyn Lozada, I think that's her last name. Tammy Roman was on the show. That, to be honest with you, that's the only reason why I watched the damn show is because of Tammy Roman, and a few other girls. Anyway, the show basically showcased black women in a bad light. Even though they were business women, they bickered with each other and, they, fought with each other and just dumb shit. A lot of it probably was fake for TV, but, but it was just stupid shit. Anyway, there came a time when the friendships were questioned. And, Shani was talking to her preacher, and I'm paraphrasing, the scenario, but she was talking with her preacher and she was telling her preacher in regard to the girls and the bickering and all of that type of stuff. And the preacher, paraphrasing his words, basically told her that it is time to climb higher mountains and leave people at the bottom of the slopes. And those words stuck with me, obviously, because I'm telling you guys those particular words. They're not his exact words verbatim, but, they're close to it. And, I'm applying those words to this particular situation. A lot of people, I was the underdog in a lot of situations, and a lot of people think that I'm still that damn underdog. Like I don't have endeavors going on. Just because you have a nail shop that is somewhat thriving, there's other nail shops that are thriving a lot better than yours. Doesn't mean a motherfucking thing. Just because you have love in your life doesn't mean a motherfucking thing. I don't have that, and nor do I want that. I don't want to be in the nail shop doing people's nails and catering to them in that particular way. That's not my life. A lot of people look at my life as if it's, not not grand compared to theirs, so to speak, considering I was the underdog and, I was always getting my endeavors later than everybody else. And that's fine. A lot of people probably think that this podcast isn't going to do anything. I offered to interview my ex-friend now, and they didn't really want to be interviewed or whatever the case may be, because their life is their life, and I understand that your life is your life and whatever, and not everybody, you don't want everybody everybody to be a part of that. But this particular friend, they have a lot of self, how can I say it, I don't think that they're happy with themselves, considering, and I'm not going to go into further detail in regard to them and their life. It's their business, like they said, but I don't think that they're happy internally with themselves. You can have all of this material bullshit, including the man, but that still doesn't mean that you're happy with yourself internally. And I don't think that this person is truly happy with themselves. But I don't feel any particular way. This person was supposed to have spent like New Year's with me, and I had shit going on. I was at the laundromat washing laundry, making sure that my laundry was caught up before the new year, and I had other endeavors going on. So it wasn't like I was sitting around waiting for this person, but it would have been nice to see them, because this is what they told my mother that they were going to do. I was a part of their plan, so to speak. Let them tell it, oh, we can go hiking for a couple of, days, we're going to go hiking and blah, blah, blah. You're more than welcome to join. And, just all of these words that came out of this person's mouth, and then to text me like a little, I'm not even going to take it there, but to text me and be informal about the situation, because that I'm going to be upset. This is the reason why they text. They don't want to hear what I had to say. So let me just go ahead and text you real quick. But you know what? Putting stuff in writing will penetrate your ass a lot more than words will. And what I said to that person via text message is penetrating their ass. Aside from that, we are all energy. I have very strong energy. When I am pissed off, you will know that motherfucking shit, because you will feel it. This person can feel my energy, and I'm not really pissed off. I'm just over it. Anyway, this person can feel the fact that they fucked up with me, and I am pretty much over them. And I wish their mother the best of health, because their mother is of a particular age, and I wish them the best. I hope that your business thrives. I hope that piece of dick goes all through your ass and out your nostrils. I don't give a fuck anymore. You're dead to me. And, I put that all in text message, and let that be the reason. Damn, I missed 12:44. Anyway, that would have been the time of the recording had I looked down. But anyway, but yeah, you're dead to me, and let that be the reason, so I have no friends. Let me stop playing. I do have friends in my life. I got the friends that work at Capital Collision. I have a whole different set of friends, and that's all about change. I'm going through this particular change in regard to my living environment and all type of shit. I no longer, that particular friend in Illinois was the last friend that, this change that I'm going through is going to be phenomenal through my 2025 and here on out. And, the universe is kicking people out of my life for reasons, and they getting rid of motherfuckers, quick, fast, and in a hurry, because they know that now I'm serious about my spiritual walk, and I've been through enough, and this last friendship is just the final straw. And, now it's time to take things seriously, and it's time to grow up, and it's time to, really go after what I know. And this is not, being competitive towards anyone else. I don't give a fuck about what anybody else got going on. This is being competitive with my own motherfucking self. Because I know that I can do certain things, and I know that I can, make it happen for myself, and I'm going to. And, so, I don't see that. I don't see that ex-friend being a part of a magazine. I don't see a magazine reaching out to them in regard to their nail abilities and skills. And again, I'm not trying to be a smart ass or anything like that. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of people want to compare themselves to you, like, oh, but I got this going on and I got that going on, and they don't got this going on. They don't have that going on. I mean, you're still in Illinois. I'm in Arizona. And I get it. They're in Illinois for various reasons. Their mother is of a particular age and going through some health concerns, and they really can't travel like that. Other than that, they would be gone. But if I wanted to be an ass, I could say all those things, but what's the point of saying that? It's not going to do anything for my vibrations if we want to compare apples to oranges. I'm single. I can do what the fuck I want to. I don't have to look at my partner and be like, hey, I'm going out with the girls tonight. Is that okay? I don't need your motherfucking permission. I'm going out any motherfucking way. I don't need the company of a man to make me whole. And this person always needed the company of a man to make them damn whole, anyway. And I'm not trying to talk shit about them, but, it's just, I'm just so glad that I, one of the strongest words in the English language, I decided to end the friendship. I didn't let them decide any motherfucking thing. I decided to end the friendship. And Cha-Cha and I have talked about friendships and cutting people off. And we are so quick to do this because if you're not serving our higher good, and if your energies aren't, complementing my energies, then I don't need you in my life. I don't give a fuck how long we've known each other. And, we've been to the nitty gritty with each other in regard to friendship, but just because you've gone through the nitty gritty with the person doesn't mean that person is your friend. This is why I'm telling you guys in y'all 2025, y'all need to sit back and truly start to reevaluate the people in your lives, because those motherfucking people that call themselves family and friends really aren't your family and friends. They're really meant to hold you back. And let me rephrase. They're really meant to try and hold you back. And in a lot of cases, a lot of people are, jealous of your life. Even if you don't have the endeavors that they have, they are still, there's still that jealousy in regard to the fact that you just have this particular shine about yourself, and you're not afraid to do this and you're not afraid to do that. I don't have them hang-ups, in regard to sexuality and things like that anymore. I am who I am. I'm a gay male, but I'm no longer, living as a transgendered individual. Not saying that this person is transgendered, but, I'm just saying I'm comfortable in my skin. And in a lot of ways, this person just isn't comfortable. I can tell that due to certain actions. They may beg to differ, but I see it for what it is. But I'm all in all, I'm happy. I said what I had to say via text message, and I kept it real, and I'm going to keep it real throughout my 2005. I don't care how you feel about it. If you feel a particular way about me keeping it real, then obviously I must be penetrating the truth. But I'm happy, I'm just like I said, I'm just more disappointed at the fact that you sat your motherfucking ass in that damn nail chair in front of my mom's face, telling my mother all of this bullshit. And you could have said, there may be the opportunity that we may not see each other because myself and my partner, we may be doing a lot of stuff or whatever, but you made it seem like a guarantee that we were going to get up with each other. And I put that space in my life for your motherfucking ass, and I didn't have to do that, so I cut some space out of my life, to hang out and not necessarily hang out, but to just see each other. I mean, you could have came by and just gave a quick hug or anything like that. But like I told them via text message, the universe has a very interesting way of knocking people back down to reality, and you will have your karma in regard to the actions that you put out there. Everybody will have, even I will have my own karma for the actions that I put into the universe. And this person will definitely have their karma in regard to the I don't want to say lies, but in regard to, in regard to their actions, just put it that way. And, just like I told them, maybe you're just a heartless individual that just don't, care. Like a lot of these motherfuckers in this world, had the shoe been on the other foot, how would you feel? Maybe you wouldn't have felt, any type of way. I mean, I don't know. I don't care. I'm tired of trying to learn about human beings and their emotions and what they're thinking and all that type of shit. This is why I'm so glad I'm on the spiritual aspect of it all. I'm like LaToya Luckett. I don't give a fuck about what you want to do, what you want to eat, any of that shit. I don't care. I care about what D wants and what D wants to eat and whatever, that's what I care about. Anyway, but y'all need to really sit back in your 2025 and just reevaluate stuff, because like I said earlier, not everybody in your life is going to be your friend, and not everybody in your life is going to be your family like that. People can blind us all the time, with their narcissism. And, I'm not saying that this person is a narcissist, but, they have shown me some very narcissistic ways. And now that they have this new love in their life and these endeavors going on, they've really become narcissistic. And we don't need narcissistic people in our lives. If anything, the narcissistic person needs us, because we have a certain energy that they thrive on and that they need and that they crave and that they want. And, the narcissist is a very lonely, sad person, and they're pitiful, to say the least. But anyway, let me get something to drink real quick. My apologies, but the throat was parched. I'm going to end this content because I have things to do. I'm probably going to go live for a second to see who I can catch and go from there. But again, y'all be careful in your 2025 in regards to the energies that you bring around. All right. So until then, and also I like myself and the people at Capital One, especially myself and Melissa. We're good friends. Melissa will tell me she loves me and all type of shit. And, and this ex-friend would too, but, whatever. Anyway, I don't talk to Melissa every single day, and I didn't talk to this ex-friend every single day. And I don't see Melissa every single day, and nor did I see this ex-friend every single day because they live in Illinois. But, I can respect friendships like that. We don't have to be on the phone kikiing every single day and whatever else the case may be. And, there's different levels of friendships, I'll just put it that way. But, I just think that with this situation, things could have been conducted a lot differently. And had you not sat in my mother's face and told my mother all this bullshit, making it seem like, you were going to do what you said you were going to do, it wouldn't be such an issue. So now you have lost a customer and you have lost a friend. And, you deal with that. I'm not. Anyway. 22:55, time of the recording. Let me write this down. I have angelic numbers to look into. I have 922 to look into. I have 933 to look into. And now I have 1255 to look into. Perfect. All right. Okay. So anyway, you guys, y'all have a good one. Happy 2025 to each and every last one of you guys. And until my next episode, namaste.